Hey, what's up, you guys? Right now, I want to talk about how to escape the rat race. And I actually want to change the word from rat race to rat trap. The reason why I don't call it a rat race is because you can win a race. There's a finish line in a race. But what we call the rat race, the 9 to 5, the wage slavery, it's really a rat trap. So if you think about a rat trap, there's a piece of cheese inside of a trap, and then you run towards the cheese, and you work so hard to get towards the cheese and find the cheese, and then you get the cheese and you're trapped, you're locked in. You got this cheese that you can eat, but you got to stay in that trap. You never get out of that trap. So I like to call it the rat trap. So I'm going to give you 3 helpful tips to help you get out of this rat trap and not go towards that rat trap. But first, I want you to click the subscribe button underneath the video. Comment if you have any suggestions on what I'm about to say. Click the notification bell. That way, whenever I upload a video, it'll come right up. And let's get started. So I'm going to start with number 1. Number 1 that I think is important is to make an exit plan. 90% of the world, at least, is in this so-called rat trap or rat race. And everyone complains. Everyone says, oh, I need to get out of this rat race. I'm tired of this rat race. But no one has a plan to get out of it. It's just complaining and saying I'm stuck and saying there's no way out of it. And most people just keep going on with this race, thinking that that's the only way of living life. And they think of it as a rat race, and they think of it as something they have to do, that it's a necessity, that they just have to do it. There's no way around it. And that's just life. You just work, and no satisfaction in life. And you're just in this rat race, and there's no way out of it. But there is a way out of it. You have to make an exit plan. You have to make a strategy. And these later examples that I'm about to give you will help you create that exit strategy. So number 2 is quit digging yourself deeper. This is exactly how people get caught in this rat race, this rat trap. It's that cheese, and every time you think you have the cheese that you wanted, there's a bigger and better piece of cheese that they just keep feeding into the rat trap. So you just stay there trapped inside of this trap, and they just keep giving you better cheese and better cheese. And you follow it, and you keep following it because it looks so much better, and it's better than what you have, and you want it, and you'll do anything to get it. So you stay in this rat race. What do I mean by this? So, like I said in one of my previous videos, Gary Vee was doing a speech, and he said 80% of homeowners don't use 50% of their home. So, they have 2 living rooms, a garage, 4 bedrooms, and they only use 2. They have all this living space, and they only use half of it. And that's part of what keeps people in the rat race. They're fine with this, they work towards, oh, I'm going to get a 1-bedroom apartment, and they get the 1-bedroom apartment, and this is great for them. They're living fine, but now they get a raise. They're making more money. Now they want to buy a home that's 3-4 bedrooms, a big square footage. So now they have this huge mortgage. So now they're even more stuck in this rat race because now they have a mortgage that they have to pay off, and they can't take risks like getting a job they love because it doesn't pay enough. They can't take risks like getting into a new career, even though the future may be brighter, because at the very moment, they can't afford to live off that. So they get stuck in this rat race where they can't advance, not in financial situations, but in happiness, in doing what they want to do, in creating that business and having more free time. They're not able to do this because they've trapped themselves in the rat race at this point. in the rat trap because they went after more cheese. The same cheese that got them in the rat trap in the beginning, they went towards it again for a bigger piece of cheese, thinking, oh, this is the answer to all my problems. But it's the same cheese that got you into the first problem, but now it's a bigger cheese, which means more responsibility, which means harder to get out of. So you set yourself up into this trap of chasing cheese, and cheese is nothing but a paycheck. So you're chasing a paycheck, and then you never get a chance to actually do something that you want to do because you're only doing it for the paycheck, and you're wondering why you're so happy and why you feel so trapped and why you can't live the life you want to and why you can't have more freedom, why you can't do more of the things that you love to do because you're inside of this rat trap because you were chasing the cheese, the dough, the honey, the milk, the money. So now you're trapped. So number 3, and this is a mindset of how to deal with this rat trap. It ties in making an exit plan and quit digging yourself deeper. And that's work for yourself. You may be in this rat trap. You may have an employer. You may have a boss. You may have an owner that you go to work to, that you have to show up on time, that you have to do what you need to do. That's fine. You know, you don't have to think of yourself as a slave. You're a slave when you're working for a paycheck. But you're not a slave when you're working to accomplish something better in your life. And this might not make sense, but if you're looking for freedom, well, a job can do that for you when you work for yourself. But if you're working for someone to get something, then you're not working for yourself. You're working for people and you're working for things. You're not working for yourself, so you end up not being trapped and feeling like a slave because you're not working for yourself. You see, if you work for yourself, you may think, okay, I'm making $60,000 a year. I want to have my rent $500 a month. I want my total spending to be $1,000 a month. So at the end of the year, I spend $12,000 on living, and I have $48,000 left over, and then, $15,000 maybe taken out from taxes. So now you have around $33,000 saved. Now you're still living off $1,000 a month, but now you can almost go 3 years off the same living expense and actually get a part-time job so you keep earning a little more and you can start that side business. Or you can learn a new skill, or you can take classes, take courses. You can do all this stuff with this free time now because you worked for yourself. Or you can take another year. Now you got $66,000. Now you can make some investments. Now you can get out of this rat race and start making an exit plan. But when you're working for that paycheck and you're working to buy things, you're not working for yourself. So you're stuck in that cycle of making more money, buying more stuff, keeping your expenses high, spending more than what you make, and you become a slave because now you're in debt. You have to work because you owe. You owe your house. You owe your car. You owe your employer. You owe all these things, so you have to work, so you can't get rid of this job. You're stuck. You're trapped because you were chasing the cheese. The cheese, the money, the milk, the honey. You're chasing that cheese, and now you're trapped. So make an exit plan. Quit digging yourself deeper. Save that money. Save it towards your exit plan. And start working for yourself. Quit working for the man. Quit blaming everybody. Start working for yourself, and you can see real change in your life, and you don't have to be a slave. You don't have to be a 9-to-5 slave. You can be a man that's working for yourself from 9 to 5 to create a better life in your future. Like I said, subscribe with the red button below this video, hit the notification bell, and comment, and let me know how you plan to change. Thank you for watching.